Zealand just last week. I can't believe. I, yeah, sorry, we're just still admitting people. Yeah, I can't believe it's been a week. We have so many of you on this call who have joined us already, and we're excited about travel. We have some of your friends and family joining us on the call tonight, so we're just really excited about this next wave to, bring this not only to Australia and New Zealand, but the world. I mean, this is a travel business after all. And so many of you have been having chats today about. I had my friend Kylie is on here and she's like, Haley, you just need to lead with, you share with two people and you can get free travel for life. And we've got everyone's attention, right? So, what I want to do is introduce Wes Melcher. So, Wes, we have been working with him for about a month now, behind the scenes before we officially launched this. And it just excites me so much to chat with Wes and to be mentored by him. He's got over nearly 30 years of experience in the travel industry. He's an author, he's a speaker, he has trained, I think, over 1 million people, which is just wild. And, a few people have said to me, is this travel app as great as, you're saying it is? And well, I want to share with you that Wes has done it before. He has taken a company to over $4 billion in sales. So it's been done before. And that excites me that we have so much experience here. So we can just come along and ride on the, the coattails of Wes. And, we've had so many conversations with many of you. Like, we're already packed our bags. We're already traveling, the next few months to even into next year. What we're going to be doing as a collective is, so much fun. So without further ado, I want to hand it over to Wes, and Wes is going to share this incredible app with all of you.
I appreciate it. I will let you ladies run the room. And I promise tonight I'll be shorter and much more to the point. The last one of these we did was the first official one of these for Australia. And so I was a little long-winded, and we started a little bit later tonight. So tonight for me is earlier morning for me. So it's not in the middle of the night. So maybe I'll be a little bit more alert. But I'm excited. Obviously, again, Haley and Carrie have been amazing to work with and incredible. And their energy has been contagious for myself and for our team. It's been great to see Australia and New Zealand, although we had some members already in those markets, none of which we're as excited as we are about working with these incredible ladies and what they've already done in their business journey. And so, as Haley mentioned, I've spent the last 25 plus years of my career in the travel industry. I've been very blessed. I've been able to travel to almost 80 countries during that time period. I've been to pretty much every major sporting event, every major music festival, concert, event that's been on my bucket list. And one of my favorite parts about that was helping people do the exact same thing. And so I started a company in 2005 with a group of friends. There were four of us that started the company. It was called World Ventures, and we did over $4 billion in revenue in the 13 years that I was there from scratch. The company was based here in Texas, where I live. It was not my first travel company. I had actually started a traditional travel company even before that. So I was the only one of the founders that had actually run a traditional travel company. But we turned that company into the largest travel club in the world. We had over 3 million members in over 35 countries. So we had events with over 25,000 people. In fact, some of the people that have already signed up and joined in Australia actually had seen me speak over the years. I traveled through Australia and New Zealand with World Ventures, now almost 20 years ago. But what we realized there was that at the beginning, in the genesis of internet travel, we did not have a technology or a piece of software that would allow World Ventures to scale. So the company only was able to grow and put on trips as fast as we could make them. And what that also taught me was that not everybody wants the exact same type of trip on the exact same dates. We did create an incredible culture with our group trips, but it was not scalable. So our growth became our biggest challenge because of the lack of technology. And so when I started putting together this company, I knew that technology was going to be key. So our technology team that we have in-house has developed enterprise level software solutions and applications that last year alone did billions of dollars in revenue. And so that's before the billions that we're going to be doing with Bryte Lyfe with this team, but they're doing it already. And so they're the best that I've ever worked with. Our internal marketing team and branding team have over a combined 125 years experience in hospitality, sales, influencer marketing, brand channels, direct sales, team building, B2B sales, and so much more. So you should thank the person who invited you here tonight, whether it was Haley or Carrie, or whether it was somebody that they know, because without their invitation, you would not have access to what you're about to see. And to be quite honest, not only would you not have access to it, but you wouldn't be hearing about it at this early of a stage. The company is based here in Texas, but we're global already. We launched day one a year ago with over 20 languages. We now have customers represented that we have members in over 20 countries around the world. So the odds of you hearing about it while we just turned a year old, are very, very slim, because we only have a few thousand members. So a few thousand members spread around those 20 countries means that it's still very early, but we've already been able to accomplish so much. Our membership covers not only travel, but sports, music, entertainment, wellness, and most importantly, we've developed the best loyalty program we've ever seen and the best customer appreciation program we've ever seen. So the first component of Bryte Lyfe is travel, and obviously that's where I've spent the majority of my career. So I have some incredible relationships and contracts that I've established over my almost 30-year career now. So we launched a year ago with primarily just travel benefits. So we launched with over 1 million hotels and resorts at wholesale prices. And over the course of the last year, we've added an additional 2 million properties. We just announced a partnership with Resort Weeks. We've added car rentals, cruises, private jets, yachts, and then so much more just in 1 year of being in business. Our wholesale prices are up to 65%. And what that means is that on about 9 out of 10 searches that you do, you're going to see savings around 65%. Some cases will be more, some cases maybe a little bit less, but it's dramatic savings over what you would see on regular online travel sites. So whether you use Agoda or Booking.com or Travelocity or Expedia, it looks familiar. You put your cities in, you put your dates in, but that's where the similarities really stop, because we are in a closed member environment, meaning that our members have access to rates that are not available to the general public. In fact, we're contractually restricted from showing these rates in an open environment. So when you see them, these are only available to members to be able to book. And so they're complete wholesale. So that means there's no margin, no markup, no middle person, no commissions, no additional fees that would normally be absorbed and paid to the companies that were getting the information to you. We don't make any money on that. So we've had hundreds of members submit testimonials on our Facebook pages and in our groups over the last year. We've done well over $1 million in wholesale bookings in just a little over a year now, with our average savings being 40 to 45% off the best online retail prices. And the way we're able to do that is because we've developed some technology that combines AI. And what it does is it goes out and searches for the best retail price and simultaneously goes through over 3 million of those properties that we have contracts with and gets you the wholesale price. And then it layers that technology in the form of a savings sticker, like you'll see on your screen right here on the right. And you'll see some instances at 93% off. That's definitely not common, but you do see it from time to time, and our members love sharing those. And we would rather, under promise and over deliver, but just show you some of the things that are possible. In addition to those 3 million hotels, we've recently added a partnership that should be live very soon with over 175,000 of these resort weeks. These are all in 7-night increments. These are timeshares that are not being used by the owner that's already paid for it. So that's a very key distinction. These are rooms that are a lot of times 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 bedrooms that sleep 8 to 10 or 12 people in some instances. And somebody's already spent 30, 40, $50,000 on the timeshare, but for whatever reason that year are not using it. So they depend on the service and maintenance fees from those owners when they use them to be able to make their business model work. So they don't go retail them because that would hurt their retail market. So what they do is they sell them at wholesale to resellers, and then those resellers mark them up 2, 3, or 4 times. So most of this inventory, you're getting at about 80 to 90% off what you would see it for if you were even able to find it, because you don't have to go on a timeshare presentation. You're treated just like an owner whenever you go, and you can get 7 nights for as low as $399, including tax. So, that's, $20 to $30 per person if you have 12 people sleeping in your room, not per day, but for the entire week. And then on top of that, we do custom trips around the world. We'll be doing trips like this in Australia, New Zealand, and throughout Europe. With World Ventures, we did many of these types of custom trips. These have been primarily in the US and then the Bahamas over the last year. But the last 3 of these we did was Miami, which included 75% off to the largest country music festival in Miami. We went to the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas, which is one of my favorite resorts on earth, the most expensive week to go, New Year's week. And we did this for $559 a person. Then we celebrated our 1-year anniversary in Vegas with 5 different parties and events. So it was an incredible weekend. We did a pool party with Snoop Dogg. And so we've had country music, and then we've had rap music, and we've had pool parties. We had a golf event. And so it's not just travel. We've also got entertainment. This is what we call Live Life. And this is about the experiential part of what we do. It's not always about discounts. We do have some incredible discounts globally on entertainment, but we also give our members access. We have a partnership with an Arnold Palmer company called World Vantage that's giving our members access to 750 golf courses around the world that are either private, semi-private, are very difficult to get onto. That gives our members member for a day rates, meaning that you get preferred tee times, preferred green fees. And if you're not a great golfer, don't worry, because you can go play 750 courses up to 3 times per course per year. So that'd be like 2,000 rounds of golf. So it'd be humanly impossible to do that. So you could be playing for the next 20 years and not play all these courses probably. But it does give you access. And those member rates are only available to members. And most of those courses, probably about a third of them, you can't even walk onto without having a membership that would have cost you hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then if you're not a great golfer, don't worry, you can watch the pros. We've got access to all major professional sports leagues around the world, even soccer and tennis and F1. So not just the American sports, we've got stuff globally for you to have access to. And then we do music festivals around the world. We have a partnership with the largest entertainment brand in the world, Live Nation, and all of their properties and venues. We also have a private membership access with the Foundation Room, which is part of House of Blues. This photo, it was taken at the Country Bay Music Festival in Miami. That's a bunch of our members there. And our members got open bar, VIP access, backstage tours, and reserved seating next to the stage. So an incredible VIP experience as well. And then we also have general entertainment. So amusement parks, theme parks, shows, concerts, nightlife, entertainment. Two of the largest nightclubs in the world are partnered with Bryte Lyfe. So if you like nightlife, sports, music, entertainment, you're going to love Bryte Lyfe. And then the third component is what we call Well Life. And Well Life started as physical wellness, but we've added so much more over the last year. We now have personal development and educational content. We've provided content on AI, investing, motivational, inspirational content, but we also have a director of physical wellness who's done private coaching sessions, nutrition counseling. He's also in the middle of a wellness challenge with our members that's been taking place over the last couple of months. In conjunction with our 1 year anniversary. We also have discounts on fitness and wellness facilities around the world and also wellness apps. And so you can get a lot from the membership for total life balance. And that's really the reason we chose the name Bryte Lyfe, was for total life balance. We're also doing these events live. Our next one is in Orlando, August 9th and 10th. It's actually going to be 8th, 9th, and 10th because we have an optional service project with our Give Life Foundation on Friday, August 8th. We're also going to be doing a golf event in conjunction with this, but we're bringing in world-renowned experts to speak to our members on investing, AI, real estate, plus all of our Bryte Lyfe training and, of course, Well Life training. And these are the prices of hotels that we have on our app for the weekend in Orlando. This is for 3 nights. Everything we do is in USD. And so this is 3 nights, not including tax. So this is the general search on the Bryte Lyfe app for 3 whole nights in Orlando. And this is all around Universal Studios Epic Universe, which we're going to on Sunday, August 10th. And you can see there's rooms here, and these are all in the Universal area. So all of these hotels are nice. A lot of them are brand new. And so you can see there's rooms on here for as low as $145, $171. This is for 3 nights. And so the only thing not included in those dollar amounts is just the tax. That's it. And so then the Universal hotels, which normally sell for 500 to 700 US per night, are at the top, and you can see those are 500 to 700 for 3 nights. So you're getting about 30, 40, 50, in some cases 70 or 80% off on about 100 hotels that are within 5 miles of all of our events. The last part of our membership program is our loyalty program. And we have the best loyalty program in the history of the travel industry. A lot of companies do miles and points, which are confusing. You have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get anything for free or to get any kind of status. But with Bryte Lyfe, you give us your top 10 bucket list destinations the moment you join, and then we go to work on your behalf, negotiating with multiple properties in those destinations to be able to award you every year that you maintain your membership a guaranteed 5-star hotel stay for 4 days and 3 nights for you and a guest. Now, before you ask, okay, these are some of the brands that we've partnered with already around the world, depending on your destination. We've already given away over 100 of these trips just in the last couple of months because of our 1 year anniversary. And so 2 of the most popular places our members have chosen are Dubai. And we're partnered with the Palazzo Versace Hotel in Dubai, which is one of only 2 Versace hotels in the world. The other one's in Australia. I've actually stayed at both of them. Incredible properties. And so Kirk Dobbs, he and his wife had that on their list. They're going there along with about 3 or 4 dozen other people that have been awarded that trip. And then also the Maldives. The Maldives is probably the most popular place on our members' bucket list. And I don't know if it's because of social media or the Kardashians. Everybody wants to go to the Maldives and they want to stay in overwater bungalows. So we partnered with the Le Méridien Maldives, and we're putting our members up in overwater bungalows in the Maldives. And we've already given away about 30 or 40 of these trips as well. And so when you look at the savings, and tonight was just a very, very fast overview over our program and the high level overview. So you can see from just the basics tonight, the bucket list trip at a $3,000 USD retail value, Every time you're using the app, an average of 4 nights is being booked, and it's an average savings of 40 to 45%, means that $100 to $150 per night is currently being saved on average on the app. So a 4 night stay keeps $600 in your pocket. And remember, that's 600 USD. So the savings are more when you do the conversion. Then you look at the Bryte Lyfe trips, like the one coming up to Orlando. We're doing another one to the Atlantis in October. You're going to see easily over $1,000 savings on any one of those that you take. Then you look at the golf benefits. And, I put dollar signs there because you can't really put a dollar figure on it, because to join all 250 private clubs that we have access to, it would cost you millions of dollars. So you don't have to pay the millions to join those clubs. You get to you play those courses as a member of Bryte Lyfe. So you can't even put a price tag on it. Then you look at all of the entertainment value, the concerts, the shows, the events, the tickets, the local and global value, easily over $1,000 a year in savings, if not much more. So a total household savings is easily $5,000 to $10,000 a year with just bare minimal usage. And so when members see what the price is the first time, the first question that I get asked is how? How can you offer so much value and only charge $199 the first month and then only $179 each month thereafter? And the answer is two things: scale and technology. Scale, because the more of those bucket list trips we're buying and paying for, the lower the price we pay. Obviously, because we're doing more rooms with more properties and more destinations. And so you could never get it for the price we're getting it for. And that's how we can afford to give it to you for free, because we're not getting it for retail. And then you look at the technology. It costs us almost the same amount of money to run our system with 10,000 users on it as it will when we have 10 million users on it. And so on top of the fact that you have an opportunity to save money that you cannot save anywhere else and get a membership offering that you cannot get anywhere else, we guarantee it, because we give you a 7-day trial to try it out. And if you're not completely satisfied, you can get a 100% refund. And I challenge you to join and then go book all of the travel that you have on your calendar, because you'll see immediately how dramatic the savings will be. And then what you can do is you can book everything that's on your calendar and you can cancel within 7 days. We'll give you the $199 back, and you can keep everything that you booked during your trial period. So people say, well, Wes, why do you say that? Why do you tell people to cancel after they booked and saved? And I go, because it's kind of like the Matrix. Until you're out of it, you didn't even know you were in the Matrix. And so if you've never gotten all of this stuff for wholesale, which none of you have, because I'm the only one that's ever built this or created this or done this, and so you've never been able to do this before, it's sometimes hard to believe until you're actually doing it and seeing it for yourself. And so the way you should look at Bryte Lyfe is as the best piggy bank you've ever seen, because I've never personally seen a piggy bank where when you put one in, you get 2, 3, 4, or 5 out for every one that you put in. I need some piggy banks like that. So if you know of some other piggy banks like that, please see me afterwards, because I need to know where they are. And then this last part is optional. You don't have to participate in this last part, but we know psychologically that when people find things that they like, they choose to share it with people that they care about most. And that's one of the reasons why you're here tonight, because if somebody didn't think enough of you to invite you tonight, you wouldn't be here. And so part of it is that we recognize our members, and we have the best member appreciation program that I've ever seen in my history of business. But on top of that, because when you like something, or you save money somewhere, or you have a good experience, or you find a product that you like or a service that you like, you naturally talk about it. The thing is that most companies don't do anything for you for that. You might get a, oh, hey, thanks, appreciate it. Well, we have the best customer appreciation program that's ever existed, because when you refer just 2 members to Bryte Lyfe, we give you what's called free life, meaning that you no longer pay for your $179 monthly fee, because we waive it for you every month as long as you have just 2 members that you've referred. And it's very simple. You log into the app, there's a yellow button there that says share sign up link. and you can send them a video that will be exactly like what you're watching right now. You will know when they watch it. You will know when they join. You will get notifications all along the way. So you can manage those relationships. And then every time someone joins, they will pop up on your interface on the homepage of the app, just like you see on the right. And along with your bucket list countdown clock, it will show you whether or not you're qualified for free life, meaning free monthly billing. And so that means that over the next 10 years, when you're free life qualified, we're going to give you $30,000 to $50,000 in free vacations at a bare minimum through our bucket list program. And you're getting it for free because you've made just 2 referrals. That means that each one of those referrals was worth 15 to 25,000 US dollars in retail travel that we're going to give you for making those referrals. So like she said at the beginning, we could have started there and just been like, okay, if you just bring me 2 referrals who want to save money on travel, sports, music, and entertainment, we'll give you 25 to, or 30 to $50,000 in free travel over the next 10 years. How many of you could do that? The answer would be an overwhelming yes. And that's one of the reasons why we've started to grow so fast. And so then people say, well, Wes, what if I want to refer more than 2? Do I get more free memberships? No, the answer is no, you don't get more free memberships, but you do get more free travel. So we've built a system that will reward you in free travel and also in residual income. And the residual income is also paid in USD. So although our price is in USD, our residual income is paid in USD. So what that means is that if you choose to become an influencer, which most people are because of the time that you're hearing about this, they want to lock their position in with us because it's on the ground floor. Well, it's an extra $20 a month to get access to all of our systems, all of our training, all of our technology. And then when you're an influencer, every member you refer through the app or through your website is going to pay you $100 in free travel that's going to be deposited into your account. And then it's going to allow you to qualify for residual income paid every single month. And if you know any companies or businesses that are wanting to save on their business travel or corporate travel or retain their employees, we can also pay you a percentage of any of those businesses that you refer to Bryte Lyfe as well. Now, I'm not going to go through all the compensation tonight for the sake of time, but we have an entire video that explains this in detail. It's about 15 minutes. It's brytelifecompensation.com. But I do want to point out 2 things and then we'll wrap up. You can see the residual income numbers over on the right side. Those are US dollars and those are monthly. So we've only been in business a year, so we've got dozens of members that are making $300 a month, $800 a month, $1,600, $3,000, some that are very close to $7,500. Over the next 6 months, we'll have people over $15,000, $30,000, and then over the next 6 months, it'll continue to grow because the bigger the company gets, the higher the residual we pay, because the middle column is just based on how many members we have in our network. And so the more members we have, the more members you're going to potentially have, because nobody can join directly through the company. They all have to join through an existing influencer or member. And so when you see the numbers on the screen, these numbers are not a matter of if they're going to happen. It's just a matter of when, how long. And then the good news is there's no race. There's no time limit. And so we can have as many people at 500,000 a month as we want. My previous company, we had over 3 million members. But the problem with our compensation plan at that company was it was a maximum of 50,000 a month. So in my 11th month at that company, I hit 50,000 a month. And I was there for 13 years. Now, I know some of you can do the math on that and you're like, well, I don't feel sorry for you. You made 50,000 a month for 13 years. Yeah, but I would have been making 500,000 a month here. So that's a big difference. We're paying out 10 to 20 times more than that company did. And that company did over 4 billion in revenue. And that's also because of our technology. And so it just takes 2. Nobody has to do it all by themselves because of the growth and power of 2. In this example, let's say you're the red plane, you refer the 2 orange planes to get your free life, but then they do what you did. Orange refers blue and yellow refer purple and green refer white and blue. Now you're making $800 a month residually, but all you did was refer 2. And once this happens mathematically 15 times, you're now making 500,000 a month. Now, not everybody's going to tell 2, and not everybody's going to tell 2 equally. Some are going to do more, some are going to do less. The good news is that you're teaming up with the right team because this team is already doing much more than two. And so our system is a two-team system, left and right. So your friend who invited you here tonight is clearly not just talking to you. And so what that means is that if I was you, I would shoot them a message right now, or put it in the chat that you're ready to get started, because once you lock your place in, you're locked in. And so what that means is that nobody now can go above you or in between you. So in this example, let's say that your friend who introduced you put you on the right. Well, they're going to continue talking to people. In fact, they're going to sign up more people from just tonight's Zoom. So some are going to go on the left and then some are going to go on the right. So you're not going to get credit for every single one, but you're going to get credit for the ones that go on the right. What side you're on doesn't matter, but here's what does matter. It's not just getting credit for the ones that go after you. It's anything they ever do or that happens after them. So let's say that over the course of the next year, these three people that signed up tonight after you, because you sent a message right now and said, I'm in, locked my spot, they sign up tonight or they sign up tomorrow. But over the next year, let's say they grow to over 1,000. You would get credit for all 1,000 of those just because you locked your spot in tonight. And I promise you, working with Haley and Carrie is going to put you on a trajectory where you will have far more than 1,000 because of your joining tonight and because of the work that they've already done. And they're just getting started. In fact, this is just their second VIP call that we've ever done. And so if you wait tonight and you say, hey, let me sleep on it, Carrie, or let me sleep on it, Haley, I'll get back with you tomorrow. No problem. You could do that. But all of the ones that take advantage of it tonight, that get in tonight, are going to go in ahead of you. So now, congratulations, you're in, but you will be benefiting everybody that joined ahead of you. And so it's okay, but you could miss out on those 1,000 people because it's not just those three, it's anything they ever do. So tonight you have a decision to make. Are you just going to become a member at the 179, or are you also going to lock your position in as an influencer for the extra $19 a month? I would highly suggest doing that because of who you're teamed up with and because of who you're working with. But obviously, you want to get out of the matrix. You've got the guarantee over the 7 days to be able to try it out, use it. You can't actually book anything or see the member prices without becoming a member. You're also going to be hearing about some other programs that we have as well, like our Give Life service projects. And so we're doing one of these in Orlando with an organization called Clean the World. They take soap, shampoos, and conditioners that are partially used from hotels around the world and recycle it, and then send it to areas where they do showers for the homeless, and also in areas where they don't have as good a hygiene or even fresh water. And so they send these hygiene kits around the world. And so it's a great project. We also have served with the largest women's shelter in Miami. We also remodeled an entire after-school learning center in Nassau, Bahamas when we were there. These photos are from those events. And so if you love giving back, if you like making an impact, you're gonna love our Give Life program. And you can download the app immediately, and there is no delay on being able to book. So you could literally sign up tonight and you could spend the weekend in Sydney this weekend. You could spend the weekend on the beach in the Gold Coast. You can book immediately. And so download it on the App Store, the Google Play Store. And then you want to just get back to the person who invited you here tonight and let them know that you're ready to get started, because down to the second, the bucket list countdown begins. It's literally down to the second of when you join, the countdown begins. And so I'm going to actually turn things back over to the ladies. And I just appreciate everybody getting on here tonight. It's exciting to see all the new faces and to see people joining from all over the world. We're just getting started, but an incredible opportunity is in front of you right now. And I appreciate your leadership, Haley and Carrie, and everything that you've done already to add value to our community in Bryte Lyfe Online, and also working with you has been great. So I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, Wes. I think there's a few of us on here that we want to sign up again, if we can, please. But I'm just so excited.